What's up, everybody? We are back. It's me, the Gino Bino, joined by my two special guests.
Hi.
This is Luke and
Ernie Bert,
what's up? What's up?
what's up?
Welcome back. Welcome back. So we are here to talk about the new Scream movie. We've all seen it, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
seen it 3 times.
Awesome. Well, this is gonna be a very spoiler heavy review. So let's jump right into it. All right. Yeah. So wait, I actually saw it 3 times too. But Luke, how many times did you see it?
I only saw it once.
What? You only
Oh,
saw it
really?
once?
Nah, you have to see it. You have to see a rewatch. Second
Yeah, I
viewing
I
want.
helps
still
a
have it.
lot.
I have it fresh in my mind. So I have. So that honestly, it's no big deal.
Did you see all
Mhm.
the little Easter eggs that were hidden? And like, I don't think you could have seen all of them.
Yeah, because I didn't see the Kirby Easter egg the first time
Right.
until the Q&A. Until they said it in the Q&A, and then
Did
I,
you
I
see that,
actually
Luke?
watched it.
Oh wait.
I watched it again the same night. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're
That's
good.
fine. You're good. But sometimes you can't really notice those like little tiny Easter eggs that are just like thrown into the mix. You're just like, I didn't see that there because it's too small.
But
Mhm.
you
So
heard about it after the fact?
yeah,
Oh, okay. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys see things for yourself sometimes. I don't know. Did you see it in the 4DX theater? Did you guys see it in the 4DX?
I didn't see it in
No.
a 40x. I didn't see it in a 40x. I saw it in a. I saw it at a Cinemark theater.
Okay, but they have like D box in the Cinemark, right? Did you do that at least?
No, I don't do that.
What? Why not?
I don't go to that theater very often, like because I don't because I usually go to like a pretty small theater that's like 30 minutes from my house, and they were not playing this movie, so I had to go about an hour from my house to go to a Cinemark to see this.
Oh, I see. I see. Wait, what
Yeah,
about you, Arnie? Did you see it for? You said you didn't see it in 4DX, or you did?
No, I just seen it in Maya theaters.
They have like special seats though, or
Yeah, it
is it?
was it was actually pretty good seats actually.
No, I mean, okay, yeah, no, you guys need to see it and like, cause in 4D, because I saw it 3 times, right? The first time it was just regular seats. The second time I saw it in 4DX, and then the third time I saw it in D box. The D box seats were more comfortable, but they didn't move as much as 4DX. And then like when the little intro scene, like the title screen came up, like the whole theater like flashed like a strobe. Like apparently you're not supposed to go to these theaters if you have like epilepsy.
Oh
Like it
yeah,
could
I
cause.
think
yeah,
I would freak out. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
Never
because
mind.
when I see
Maybe
videos
don't.
of like flashes and stuff, I had to turn away.
All right.
It
Well,
hurts.
let's. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't listen to me and telling me you won't see it. But yeah. So, how did you all feel about? I don't know. Let's. I don't even know where to start. Like, there's so much, right?
Yeah.
It's so much. The opening scene was really good, right?
Yes, I love the opening sequence of this one.
I kind
That's
of
one of
feel
my
like
favorites.
Tara, her, she definitely was like one of the best actors in the whole cast.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
I
she.
think yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Actually,
Who else did you think was good? Who are all the good actors? You think?
obviously the OG
I
cast that came back, like Courtney Cox, Nev
Yeah,
Campbell.
I don't. I'm not counting that. I'm not even counting them.
um,
hmm,
let's see. I was gonna say like the actress that let's see, Mindy. Well, that played as Mindy.
yeah, she's
I thought
really
she was really
good.
good.
Have you guys seen Yellow Jackets?
I haven't. I heard she was in that. I wanted to see it.
Yeah, she's really good in that
Yeah.
one. That's why I kind of wish she was a killer because of that. Because she would have been really good.
Oh, okay.
She would have been really good.
I feel like
Yep.
I feel like I would. I just didn't like the one scene where it was obvious that she was trying to do the Randy thing because I was like, she almost got it, but like it wasn't Randy enough for me.
Nope.
Yeah,
This didn't work quite well. That's what it was.
All
I
right, wait,
liked how
hold on.
they rid her off though. I liked how she bled out and then she was done. if you're gonna save her for
Yeah.
like a sequel, that's a good way to do it. Because
Yeah, I
it
was
made
thinking.
sense to me. Because it was a lot of blood, and she said, "Oh, that's a lot of blood," and she was done.
I feel like Chad got stabbed more than she did. I'm
Yeah,
surprised Chad
after
lived.
the second watch, I
Yeah.
think it's more believable that he survived because of the
Why?
car. Because the car came. If the car didn't come, then she would have kept freaking stabbing him, and he would have been dead.
I feel like he already was stabbed like 7 times.
Yeah.
If you
Like
see it, it was fast, but it was like three. It was like ma ma ma.
oh,
Oh, it was.
as I don't know, but I mean, I think he. I don't know what to say.
I think he should have been like more hurt like towards the end. I don't think he should have taken like a thumbs up. I think he should have been like you shouldn't have even seen him. I think that's what it was.
He gave the thumbs up because in the first one, Dewey gives a thumbs up. So
Yeah, I could not use. I didn't need that. That was a little too on
no.
the nose for me. I didn't
hold
need
on,
that one.
hold on, wait. So Ernie, I remember asking you before already for your ranking, but Lou, what is your ranking of all the Scream movies?
So I'll go worst to best. My least favorite is Scream 3. It's
What?
I'm sorry, it takes itself too seriously in my opinion.
Oh my god, I love Scream 3.
And it
All
makes
right.
it funny. That's why it's funny to me because it takes itself too seriously and it comes off as a comedy a little bit
That's
I
exact
for
feel
me.
I feel like Scream 4 was more of a comedy than Scream 3.
Yeah, that was a little more meta, but
Yeah.
it was I took it serious a little bit more than Scream 3.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. But then my next one would be Scream 4. Then I'm gonna go then I'm actually gonna go Scream 2. And
Okay,
then
nice.
Scream 5, and as you can see behind me, my number one Scream.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah,
I can't
I have
believe, yeah, both of you agree on that. I remember you said Ernie, 3 was your least favorite too, right?
Yeah.
I feel like 3, no, I feel like 5 for me. 5 is on the same level as 2, which is lower than 3.
Oh
Oh no,
wow.
never mind.
wow, dude. I really feel like this one is honestly on the same level as 2, but I if I really had to give my score, like I think with this one, I really think it's a little bit more of a higher score than it is for 2. Even though I
Yeah.
gave them both the same grade in my review.
Oh, I see. I see.
I think this one has a way better second act than the second one, in my opinion. I think that's why this one is more of an overall better movie than part two, in my opinion. I don't think
Yeah,
part two holds up that much after rewatch because it doesn't have that same rewatchability as the others,
I
I
agree
don't
with
know.
that.
in my
Maybe
opinion.
that's why. Because every time I watch it, I'm like, no, this is actually really good. But whenever I think about it, I'm just
But
like,
then you don't want to watch it again, huh? You just like that's how I feel about two.
that one is the
Yeah,
only one that feels like it kind of drags on a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah,
and it only
it
has
definitely.
one good song. I don't know if you guys know. It's that when she throws when Ghostface throws her off, and it's like never said I was innocent. That's the only song that I remember from that one.
oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't even remember all that. But I feel like I feel like especially 1 through 3, there was a lot of there weren't a lot of like plot holes or whatever. Starting with 4, I always wondered how could Ghostface have possibly gotten into Sydney's trunk to put the bloody books there. How is that possible? Like, how did that happen?
I don't know.
uh,
And
I haven't even thought of that.
And so now I've picked up on a lot of stuff in 5 that's also like that. So I think that's why I kind of gave it some points off, just because it had like those little inconsistencies, which I don't know. So for example, one of them. But before I get into it, let me just say like the scenes, like the kills and the sequences made up for it. So I still like
Mhm.
all that. But for example, in Scream 4, they were on Stab 7, right?
yeah,
And so that means the events of Scream 4 were never turned into a movie because Gail had already stopped writing like books like that, right? So how
Yeah.
Yeah.
come in Stab when they're all at the Mindy's house, Wes says something like, "Oh, my mom's in one of the movies." She wouldn't have been in one of the movies if there was no movie after 7 until 8, which
Yeah,
had
I
nothing to
don't
do
get
with the
that.
I
other
didn't catch
movies.
that. I did
Yeah, that's
not
what I'm
even
saying.
catch it.
It was when I forget. I think it was Mindy. She was telling Wes like no one cares about the sequels.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's
I
what it
thought that
was.
was just to set up why they died. I thought that was just to explain why they would die because no one cares about the sequels.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Oh,
a funny
I
joke.
see what you're saying. No, they were
Yeah.
saying Wes was saying his mom was in the movie, so he thought that they were. I forget why he brought it up, but he
Hmm.
mentioned that his mom was in the movie, Sheriff
I
Judy.
th-
Maybe she
I
was
think it
in
was like to
eight.
connect back to the. I think it wasn't a way to connect back to the original Stab in a way.
She wasn't in the original style. What do you mean?
No,
Oh,
it
she
was like a way
was.
to
She was retconned into it. She was actually retconned in four to be a classmate of Cindy's. Remember?
right.
But
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Gail wouldn't have written about her. I don't
Hmm.
think.
Yeah, maybe it is a plot, but I
You're
didn't
right.
catch that.
I don't know because yeah, maybe they got some other. It's possible. You're right. It's pop. Okay, fine. I see. But another thing that I had a problem with was I don't I don't like the hallucinations. I like the hallucinations, and Sydney's had hallucinations this whole time, so that's
Yeah,
nothing new. But the hallucination pointing out where the knife was, like that went a little too far for me.
I could see that. I usually don't am not a fan of like seeing hallucination people. Like they do it a lot in like I think Dexter. I'm not, but in this one I didn't mind it. I thought it didn't like they didn't like put it in your face. I thought it was done well.
Yeah. One thing I did not like about this movie was like like the score where it's gonna like come to like a scare at certain points, and then somehow it's not there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That goes on way too like even before like Wes dies, like that just goes on a little bit too much. And I'm like, really, you're just faking us out right now. Just give us the
I
real
loved
kill for once.
I loved that. I loved it. I loved the
is that
Hell
so,
West scene. I think that was one of the best in the franchise in my opinion.
yeah?
Yeah,
No,
the death scene was
definitely.
great, but I'm just saying like the score that
I
was
think they
building
did
up
that
to
on
it. Like,
purpose. They wanted you to do to
So, did you
be like,
like it
oh come
because it was
on.
like scary or because it was funny? Because like at that point, people in my theater were like laughing.
And well,
I wasn't
yeah,
really
I think it was
laughing.
supposed to come off as funny, but when he like gets stabbed, like I was like, I felt for Wes. I was like, no, no.
Yeah, well, of course at that point.
I felt
Yeah,
so much for Wes that like when Gail came right after, I didn't. I was silent. I was like, nah, bro, I'm still recovering over Wes, bro. That was brutal,
Uh,
and that was all
yeah,
practical too. And it was just,
yeah, no,
it
oh
was
yeah,
nasty.
this Judy in the car was, and honestly, I hated Judy in Scream 4 because she seemed like she was more of like a comedic element, but in this one, she definitely did a great job like with her character. She had that one
Yeah,
funny line, I guess, like, and that was like the perfect funny line. But she was like, I prefer animated films or musicals, like.
and music. I was like, oh no, I hate musicals.
But I don't know.
he's like, oh, I hate musicals.
She deserves an Oscar for that or something.
Oh
She
yes,
did a really good job.
like
That scene
and
threw me off because I was saying last video that the leaks and stuff. One of the leaks was Judy was the killer.
Oh, was it?
It was yeah,
oh wow,
and
Did
actually
you?
that was supposed to be how Dewey died. Dewey was supposed to get tricked by Judy, and then Judy was gonna kill Dewey. I kind of like this one
Oh,
better though.
oh
Yeah, you see, but I think that was a fake leak. Like I think they intentionally put that out there.
so we do
yeah.
have a question in the comments, and I'm sorry I just saw this. But what's y'all's favorite one out of all of them?
The movie?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
which
he's meaning
Scream?
like out of all five of them. And first one,
Obviously,
First one?
maybe Yeah, you can't. Okay, so wait. So, what's your second best one again?
For me, it's
Right now,
five.
It
it's
is.
this
All
one.
right. And
Yeah,
you
I think
both.
it's this one. I think
So
it's the most put together, well,
well,
together is
that
a better
that's
movie.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say. Like, I feel like as far as the marketing, they made it seem like, oh, it's connected to the past, blah blah blah. I thought there would be more of a connection to the past, and so far, I
Yeah,
feel like Scream 3 had the most connection to the past, and I
but
think
Scream 3 also they also devalued Billy and Stu's motives a little bit because they on that it was Roman that was behind it, and I didn't really like that.
what
I
I
thought
thought that
that
was
hurt.
genius. I thought that was genius.
Ah, if Billy and Stu weren't the killers, then I would have liked it. But Billy and Stu are so iconic.
yeah,
But it
yeah,
makes
for
sense
sure.
that he trained them, like he was the one.
I don't think he trained them. I think he just showed Billy. He told Billy about it, and then Billy and Stu were already probably gonna do something crazy. So I think he just steered them in that direction. But
But I'm
I
saying,
still don't
like,
like that.
as far as the tagline, it's always someone you know. It's not anyone that Sydney knew. It's not anyone that Dewey knew. It's not anyone that Gail knew.
It was
I was
somebody that
surprised by
Sam
that
knew.
too. That's why I was expecting Judy a little bit.
That would have made
I
more
was expect.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, so in this Judy spoiler that you heard, did they give you a motive? Like, what was her motive supposed to be?
Um. No, I don't. I don't remember. I don't think so. And they did give Amber, but it was a different motive. It was the jealous girlfriend type motive. She hated Sam, and
Oh,
that's why she brought her back. I think I
oh,
kind of would have wanted that one as hers, and then kept Richie's motive, because I kind of didn't like that there was that both Ghostface had the same motive. It's usually two different motives.
yeah. But then in
You're
this
If
right.
one,
I
you have Amber and Richie having the same motive.
Yeah,
And
I didn't
dude,
believe
that's
Amber could enough for that motive. I didn't
yeah. But
believe.
like, I didn't think it was gonna be Richie though, because he was also attacked in one of these scenes. I was like, really? It was him
Yeah,
too?
up until
Oh,
when he got shot, because I think you could hear that it was him. He was like, "Wait, wait, wait, wait." I think that was Richie's voice when it was
oh,
Ghostface. So up until
When
then,
he was hiding in the upstairs
yeah,
closet or
and it
whatever.
was like, "Wait, how did you
yeah,
get there?" Because you were in the basement with Sam when she held the knife, and then you just ran up there. So that was kind of suspicious. And
yeah. There,
also when he got slashed in the hospital, that's when I kind of was like, okay, I wouldn't be surprised if it's him.
yeah. But then out of all people, it's Amber, and I'm like, how could she do that? She's Tara's friend.
I
Like,
think they didn't go into it deep enough, but she was actually Taro's ex-girlfriend. Ex.
Yeah, I remember reading that
yeah, that's
too.
right. Yes.
Yeah. That's why, in my theory, I kind of wish it was Amber and Mindy because Mindy was a LGBT member, and it would have been similar to the first one with Billy and Stu, how like
Yeah,
it
because
was like
Casey was
subtlety.
Stu's ex or whatever. Or Stu, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that too,
They,
that's why I thought it was Wes for a bit because of the babysitter line. Because it's like, oh, she used to be she
Oh, she used to be the
Sam
babysitter.
babysat them. And
Yeah.
that was kind
Yeah.
of similar to Stu.
Yeah. He was. Yeah, yeah. He was like, hey, this woman used to be my babysitter.
Hmm.
that
That's
turned
what I
out to
thought
be
they were
just
going to
like
use.
a pointless little plot line.
Yeah, I didn't
Like,
like
what
that.
was the point of that?
Yeah. It just gets thrown in there, and you're just like, what was the point of that?
Because they knew that there would be like little leaks, and they figured people would like just like dissect that and like just come up with some crazy theories.
Yeah.
So
It's like you're putting in like the most insane theory possible to make people think like that's gonna happen, and then it's just like, oh, it's gonna happen. Nope. Goes right the other
Yeah.
direction.
And I didn't like how they were like, they wanted it to make so obvious that they weren't going to do it, but then they actually did it. I didn't kind of like that.
when they
I
made it
think
the
they were being too
boyfriend.
cute. Yeah, with
Yeah.
Richie. I think
See,
they should have went they should have picked a side. They should have either saved him for like a sequel as a killer or kept him as a good guy.
I would say keep
Yeah,
him as a good guy though, because he did seem promising.
yeah.
Like,
But I think I can't see Sam doing that kill to anyone else other than Richie. Because if you notice, everybody that died was white girl or white guy.
yeah, that's
Also,
right.
but if you look at part one, same thing. All of them were white, the
Yep.
killers and the victims. So I think they did that on purpose too.
oh, I see.
Yeah. I can definitely
So
definitely.
And it's kind of meta because of like the woke stuff, you know. I didn't catch that, but
Yeah.
you could make an argument for that.
It's just one thing you really just got to make up your own thing.
Yeah.
wait, what do you mean make up your own thing?
Like make up like your own argument about it. Like
Oh.
not just make it
If you
just
wanted to, yeah.
yes. That's
So
what I mean.
I don't know. I just feel like he was way obvious from the posters because he had like the when they all had the mask, he had the mean face or whatever. Like
Hmm.
I feel like from the beginning they gave it all away in the trailers. Like everyone figured it out on YouTube. Like they
I
saw that it.
Yeah.
I couldn't really honestly.
I don't know
But
how
I like
wait what.
they saved the motives. They didn't show the motives, and they hit a lot of other good stuff. I think.
You're right, but I'm just like talking about the YouTube videos I see where they like would pause, like even when we saw in the trailer
Yeah.
that someone was on fire, like they pieced it together that it was Amber, so it was like obviously, and they pieced it together that it was Sydney standing in the kitchen, so we knew that it was Sydney killing the
And she
killer. So
would,
Amber,
yeah, I seen that she would only let like a ghost face burn alive, obviously.
and then there was the
Yeah.
one they paused it on Sam stabbing someone, and they were like,
I
that's
did not see
definitely
that.
Richie's hair."
I didn't. Thank God I didn't see that, or else that would have freaking ruined it for me.
Yeah. Like it seemed like a little like slab of hair right there. I was like, who is that? It's like one of those things like you question because you don't know like who it's gonna be. Like
Hmm.
you got to think about that though. Like if you haven't even watched the trailer, like you never know who the killer is gonna be.
I feel like I should have just not watched the trailers and everyone's like YouTube videos about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really want to do that with this one. I didn't really want to just go into this one blind because
Mhm.
I feel like sometimes going in blind with horror movies kind of just defeats the purpose for me. Like unless the trailer gives away way too much. Halloween Kills.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Halloween
I
Kills
didn't see
give
all
away
that.
too much. Like the final trailer gives away the whole movie, but the first trailer only spoils some of the deaths. But it's not like major deaths they spoil in the movie.
Hmm.
So
And they try to throw you off in the final trailer with a couple shots, like the Amber in the basement. In the trailer, they try to make it seem like there's a ghost face right there, but it's Mindy.
Oh,
And
you're
then
right. You're right.
the Judy Hicks, when she turns around, it kind of looks like it's supposed to be like Wes in the mask because you can kind of see him blonde hair. It looks like
yeah,
he's doing that. So they kind of tried. I think they tried to save their asses toward the end because they
I feel
probably
like
yeah,
did spoil a little bit.
I feel like they came out with a bunch of like fake info because they some news. I don't know. Remember the picture of Billy? He was like in the same studio as someone else because of a painting that was in the background. I don't know if you all saw that.
The only thing I saw was right when they started production. It was when I think the actor Judy Hicks she tagged Billy Loomis. I mean she tagged
Oh,
Skeet Aldrich as
yeah,
like
Ski
the cast.
Ulrich.
Yeah, yeah. So that's when I was like, okay, maybe. I thought it was gonna be like a flashback scene, which I kind of would have preferred, honestly.
wait, hold on. So why would they put Vince in this movie and he's only in it for like 1 minute?
I think they
I have no
cut a
idea.
little bit out of that scene,
Yeah, there's a
but
lot in the
he
trailer that didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
I want a director's cut or alternate cut. I think it would help a lot. It
True,
would
there
make it
might be
like
like there might be an unrated version or something that comes out.
yeah, because this
Or
movie is
maybe
fast paced, but it's a little too fast paced. Like
yeah, but I think
it could have breathed for a couple of minutes.
there might be like some deleted scenes like on the when it comes out like to physical. It's like there's gonna be some deleted scenes that um weren't put into the mix like for different reasons. So
Like
we'll
the
see what.
shot of Ghostface like holding his arms out on the wall.
Yeah,
I
I
would
was
have
thinking
liked
of
that
those.
because I think I didn't hear there's supposed to be like a Ghostface theme, but I didn't hear it both times watching it.
Theme song.
There's supposed to be like a orchestra, like yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
every
like
time he
like a
showed
little
up, but
theme
I
song
didn't really
into it.
catch it. Yeah, like Dewey has and Cindy has, like when they walk up, they play a little song over
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ghostface
I
was
didn't
supposed to
catch
have
it.
something like that. Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
I'm mad too because I don't know how much you guys. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like when I first saw that scene after he kills Vince and Ghostface wipes the knife, they did the wipe wrong, didn't they?
Yeah.
oh no.
Sam does it right in the end because they always like wipe it like straight like that. I don't know. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? You
Yeah,
guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's like because when they wipe it like this, it's like they're scrubbing a dish, but with this one, they're just like, yeah, they just
hmm
wipe it off and then you're good to go. But with like the Ghostface killer, it's just like they're scrubbing a dish.
I guess,
I think
but
that was on purpose. I think it was because like
I was
Richie
thinking that
was under the
too.
mask. I think because it
Yeah.
was Richie and Richie is he doesn't really care. He probably
That
just tried to
wasn't
do it just
Richie,
to
was
be.
it?
Yeah, I think it was. If
Richie was
not, then it's
still
a
in
third.
Modesto.
No,
I
I
don't
think
know.
he was there. I think he was there.
I saw.
Or
I don't know.
if
I'm pretty
not,
sure it was
there's a
Amber.
third killer. Because
That's what I was
I could
saying too.
believe I believe that there's a chance that Richie didn't kill anybody. That it could have been someone
No,
else.
he didn't. All his attacks, all of Richie's attacks were the ones where people survived.
Right.
And
No, I don't
no,
think was
besides
Amber.
Tara was Amber, yeah. But Sam
Yeah.
survived, and then
Chad
who
was
else?
Amber too. Chad was Amber.
Oh, it
Richie was
was.
Mindy. Yeah, you
Oh,
could tell
yep.
by the way they stabbed because Amber was kind of like vicious. Well,
Oh
Richie
yeah.
Yeah.
was if it was Richie was like quick. Like with Vince, it was like
Hold on,
quick
So
wait.
like
because he
Quick
didn't
question.
care about the
quick.
kills.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Quick question. So in the beginning scene when Amber sends a text and it's a video. Is it a video chat or is it like a video that was pre-recorded?
It looks
I think it.
pre-recorded. It
I think it was
looks like it could be
pre-recorded.
pre-recorded. I didn't like how they just threw away the
Okay.
line that clone phones. I didn't like that.
Nah,
They
I
Yeah,
just
didn't
tried
like
because
to.
that.
I feel like it was
It was
easy
just
to
like
do that back in the day to be like, oh, of course they're gonna be high tech. But now I feel like we're so high tech that we should have a security feature to stop that.
wait.
Yeah.
Does clone phones like does that even exist? Like is that real
Actually,
now?
now that I think about it, there is. I don't know if it still exists, but years ago, I remember there was an app where you could, if you dialed through the app, you could pick what your number was on the caller ID. Even if it's someone else's number, you can make your number show up as that.
Okay.
So I
Yep.
guess it does. I guess it does still work. I don't know. It could happen, but
I don't know.
that's what I was thinking. I thought it was a video chat at first because of the way Ghostface was asking the questions, and then she got one wrong, and then he was like, "Oh, she might have to die," and the knife came up in the video.
hmm
Yep.
Yeah,
But you
I
guys are
see
pretty
some people
sure.
saying that could have been a third killer. I don't know. I
And see,
think it's
that's what
more
I'm
likely that it
saying.
was just pre-recorded.
If they do a sequel to this and they start doing like callbacks to Scream 3, that would be genius. Where it was like,
There is a
Yeah.
chance.
I killed
I have
her or whatever.
predictions. If you guys want to get into predictions later, I do have
Yeah,
predictions
no.
for
I
you.
mean,
Why
let's get
not?
into it right now. Or I don't know what else we're talking about. Yeah, get into it right
I
now.
have a. Did you guys notice the I think this goes into my prediction.
All right.
The stew Easter eggs. There's a one. There's a video at the bottom. I did not
Yeah.
notice all the first two times. But it was like, did the real Stu Macher survive? And then in the opening credits, you see she searches up like the stab list, and you see Vince Vaughn. I'm pretty sure he played Stu. He
Uh,
was Stu. He was a stab Stu. So my prediction, they did that for a reason. They put the real life Stu Macher, and then they hinted at Vince Vaughn. So what I like to see in Scream Six is Vince Vaughn playing himself in the Scream universe as the killer. I would
I'd
like
like to
that.
see that actually. I'd like that.
It would be a commentary on method acting. You could do like method acting going too far, like Jim Carrey or
I
something.
true. I
I
didn't think
think
Like
about
Vince
that.
Vaughn could pull it off.
or something like Jared Leto. How about that?
Yeah, I don't
Jared
see.
Leto.
Not
Oh, maybe yeah, because he's in an underrated slasher film, Urban Legend. That would be a
Yeah, and he
kind of a
was
cool little reference.
and
he's
he
in
was
that.
in yeah, he was
Yeah,
in
he's the main
Urban
guy.
Legend. Yeah.
I
I
like
guess I
that
didn't
movie a lot
realize
though.
that was him.
Well, and he was
Yeah,
only in like a portion of American Psycho, as we all
yeah,
know.
yeah.
He was
I
in a
see.
portion of that film before. Spoilers for anyone that has not seen American Psycho. Somehow, he is murdered by Patrick Bateman.
But was it real? Oh, that's why I kind of don't like that movie because was it real? Didn't they set up that it was fake, or it could have been a dream or something? Yeah, that's
I don't
why.
know. I
That's a
think it
different
was
movie.
though, but it's I just can't get enough American Psycho. Honestly,
I was
I
gonna get a
actually
pop.
haven't seen
Actually,
it. It's one of those
you
movies.
haven't. You should if you
Yeah.
like that type of. But I was gonna get a pop of him because they don't have any Scream Ghostface pops. So I wanted slashers. So I got Hannibal Lecter instead.
oh, you got Hannibal Lecter. Nice.
Yeah, instead of Ghostface to replace Ghostface because he's a
That's a
human.
oh.
I'm super mad that the metal ghost face mask wasn't a real thing. I
I
wanted
wish
that to be
that
a real
was,
thing.
dude. That would have been awesome.
I liked it as just a stab because I think that would make sense.
You're right. It does make sense, but I wish they showed it
Also,
more at
one thing
least.
is their plan. It was to when they were trying to make Sam the villain of their prequel sequel. I think that made a lot of sense because if uh, if Hollywood were to do that, that's what they would do. They would make the daughter of Billy Loomis the killer.
I see. I
That's
see.
like
I
too
see.
Yeah,
obvious. So I like that they made
yeah,
fun of that a little bit.
yeah.
I
I do
don't
like
know.
that.
I think their motive is genius because now, if anyone doesn't like the movie, it's like the movie's about you. Like
Yeah,
anyone, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like
I like.
anyone that goes against the movie could be the next
I
killer. So
think
you know,
the motive, uh, and Sam killing Richie, that saved the reveal for me because the reveal is the weakest part in my opinion. I liked everything up until Richie's reveal when he started. After that, it got too like I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know. I
It
will
just
say I liked Amber. I didn't like Amber throughout the whole movie until the reveal. Then I liked her. Like
I'm
she
growing
was
on
like the
Amber.
best.
She's like I think she's top five favorite Ghostface in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
For
She's definitely
Yeah,
me,
I
one of the
agree.
better ones.
she's climbing up. She has potential.
She's definitely
And I
better
like
than Jill and Charlie for sure.
yes.
Yeah.
I
The-
kind of hope that she didn't get shot because I kind of wanted her to survive and her to get like bandaged up, like in I don't know if you guys seen Halloween 4, where Michael got bandaged up in like the beginning before he
Nah,
got his
that's it.
mask again.
what is he,
That would have been
Jason?
really cool. No, it was Michael Myers.
No, I'm saying like, what is Amber, Jason?
No,
Like she just like
but
comes
she
back from the
she
dead.
survived the
Like, dude.
flame. Like she got up, but then she got shot. So I think if she would have not got up, she could have survived.
Yeah, but
Because we
I
never
don't
seen the
know.
Ghostface survive until Stu. Because another thing, they never confirmed Stu to be dead. If you notice, every time they brought him
That's
up, they
right.
never said, they never gave a throwaway line like, "Oh, he's dead." Like when Vince, I think something Wes Craven, I'll give him credit. He said like they didn't, they could have said like, "Oh, Stu's dead," like Vince, something like that.
Yeah,
And
the
it could have been
plan
okay,
was for
yeah.
him. The plan was for him to come back in Scream 3 originally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think they could still use that in Scream 6.
I just don't think it should be the cult thing.
yeah.
I'm watching The Following right now. It was created by Ken Williamson,
Yeah, I watched it back
and
in the day when it was on.
season one, he uses that a cult idea.
Yeah.
So he already
That's what the
used
whole
it,
show's
but
about. So
it's
you
pretty
don't think they
good.
could copy it for the movie? Like,
I
Yeah.
don't think they'll. I think they'll use it and they'll repackage it a little bit. I mean, it's up to Kevin Williamson, honestly, if he's okay with it.
Yeah, for sure.
did you watch The Following, Luke?
No, I actually never seen that, but I'm actually interested now because I do like stuff that Kevin Williamson has been attached to for like his writing credits. You know, like I really enjoy it from Dusk Till Dawn, and I love The Faculty.
Yeah,
Me too.
definitely.
But
The Faculty is
did he
awesome.
write From Dusk Till Dawn?
No, Robert Rodriguez
Kevin
directed it. I forgot. I don't think he wrote it, but I know he wrote The Faculty.
Yeah, for sure, Faculty. Because I love From Dusk Till Dawn. I think Quentin Tarantino wrote From Dusk Till Dawn. I think.
Yeah,
I could be
because
wrong.
Robert Rodriguez directed From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, but he for sure he wrote The Faculty. I really do
Yeah, I
like The
know.
Faculty.
I don't know why nobody talks about The Faculty. That's like that's like 90s, like pure 90s horror. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Pure 90s horror.
And it's still so like it feels new because I watched it recently, maybe like within the last 2 years, and that's pretty recent. But it still felt new when I saw it.
It holds up pretty well, honestly. It holds up pretty well.
Have you
Yeah.
guys seen this movie called Idle Hands? It's a 90s film.
Oh,
Devon Sawa.
with Devon Sawa.
Yeah.
Devon Sawa,
I
yeah.
seen that one for
Oh,
last Halloween, and it's really good. It's a
that
great
movie is
horror comedy.
wild, dude. That movie's wild.
Yeah. Seth Green, yeah, man.
Like, dude, he can't control his hand, and he literally, he puts the knitting needle in through a cop's ear. And I'm like, geez, dude, like your hand is a literal psycho.
I think I saw it like a long time ago, but I don't think I ever
Oh yeah, and
wanted to
also,
rewatch it.
and even what also made me think the hand was a psycho. If anybody remembers the movie, the band The Offspring makes a cameo in the movie, and lead singer Dexter Holland's hair gets pulled off by the hand, and I'm like, what just happened here?
Yeah, that's right. That is
And I was like, this hand is a psycho. Oh my god, that movie's nuts, but but I really enjoy that one.
Wait, so what are some other Kevin Williamson's movies?
I know. Well, I know he wrote Scream 1 and 2. That's pretty obvious. But
Yeah, and actually, I thought he was a part of this, but he wasn't. He was
a
just like
executive
listed.
producer.
Yeah, he was just listed as a producer, but he had nothing to do with
And
the
I think
writing, right?
I think he was a script consultant. Like he gave them like pointers and advice.
I see.
maybe.
I think.
But I don't remember everything that Kevin Williamson has wrote. But I know.
See, I feel like he was good with the plot, like with plot holes. Like there really isn't a lot in the first three. Or he wasn't even in the third one, but at least the first two there wasn't.
Yeah, because like I know that Williamson has also like not just done work with Robert Rodriguez, but he's done a lot of work with Wes Craven. But I don't know. I mean, let's see. I know he didn't write
Halloween H2O. I really like that Halloween
Oh,
one.
that's right.
That's
Yeah.
Kevin Williamson too?
Yep. Because right
I
after
forgot.
Scream, everybody wanted to do Scream. So like all the slashers, like Bride of Chucky, Halloween, they try to do Scream.
That's right.
But Kevin Williamson actually wrote one.
I see.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
And
realize that.
they actually
H2O.
show a clip of Scream 2 in that movie.
Oh,
It's
do
kinda
they?
like meta.
Yeah,
That's like
It's
confusing.
Nice. I've seen Halloween H2O. It's just
That one's
it's been a little bit
underrated.
too long. Yes, I agree. I
Because
think
if the
it's
franchise ended right there, it would have been one of the best.
I think
I
it
would have loved it.
in my opinion it's either top 5 or top 3 of the series in my opinion. I really
Hmm.
do enjoy H2O quite a bit, but I'm honestly I know Halloween Kills is in my top 5 of the franchise.
I don't know.
And
I don't like no. I think it's behind Halloween 4 for me.
but honestly, for how much I liked Halloween Kills, need I say more? Just look at this slipcover.
I don't know. I
I would have
can't
loved.
get into the Halloweens like that, but and that made me not want. I haven't seen. I saw like the first 3 or 4, and then I haven't wanted to watch any of like H2O or Halloween 2018 or anything. Was there one in between them?
Um, uh,
No, the Rob Zombie remakes. Those are kind of
don't
extreme.
bother.
Oh
Honestly,
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
the char-
they
the
doubled
characters
down
are
on the
over.
like.
Yeah, the
They
characters are over sexualized in both of those movies. And
see.
honestly, if you want to watch one of those two films, watch the theatrical cuts. The theatrical cuts are so much better than the director's cuts because the director's cuts of both of those movies honestly have more issues than the theatrical cuts. Like you have like a rape scene in the first film, and you have him saying "die" in the second one. Get it out the window now, please. That's just stupid. Michael Myers can't talk. He's a silence killer. Well, then why did you make
hmm
him talk, Rob Zombie? Give us your money back. Or I should say, if you want to make Michael Myers talk, just go ahead and mow my lawn.
I see. That's what I think
Jeez.
is because you know how in the tagline for the first Scream movie, it's like someone's taken their love of scary movies too far or whatever, and it was obviously like Halloween or whatever, right? And now
Yeah, Halloween was one of the staples.
the tagline for this Scream could be like someone's taken their love of stab way too far or something. I thought that would
Or
have been cool if they used
yeah,
that.
but then the obvious tagline is they say the killer is on the poster,
I
and I'm
know,
like,
which
that is like the dumbest tagline I have ever heard in my life.
I
Like
mean,
I
no,
was,
because I thought about it because I went back and some of the covers of the Scream movies, sometimes the killer is on it, sometimes it's not. Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
like, but when they said the killer is on the poster, I was like, it's Ghostface. What are you talking about? Like they just made it like so obvious that it was Ghostface, but we didn't know who was actually being Ghostface.
Oh, okay, I see.
That was like supposed to be their like double entendre or whatever. That's
I
why
don't
it
know.
was like a funny
Yeah,
slow movie.
they tried to do it as like a little meme treatment kind of thing, like saying that the killer is on the poster and all that jazz.
So before you saw the movie, who did you think the killer was?
Uh, to be honest, like
Not who you thought it. Well, who did you think it was, and who did you want it to be?
I I'm gonna be honest, like I really thought that it was gonna be Mindy for for a second, but
I
like
did
that
too
was
because a lot of people would like on the reviews they would be like, "Oh, I love Mindy or Jasmine
yeah,
Savoy or
and
performance."
then
So I
people
thought
and there are people that were saying in their reviews that they without spoiling anything were wishing that she was the killer because apparently like she was because she wasn't, but
Yeah.
obviously like like honestly me thinking that she was going to be the killer was honestly like she was like my go-to for that, to thinking that she was going to be the killer. Like obviously I knew that Sydney was not going to be the killer. I mean that's very obvious because as she said in the trailer, she's been through this a bunch of times. So, and honestly, I thought in my second prediction, because obviously there's two killers. I thought, I mean, I honestly kind of thought Amber was going to be the killer, but I thought it was just going to be Amber and Mindy. as the killers.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you did say that earlier.
Mhm.
Instead of it being Amber and Richie.
I don't know. I wanted it to be like something really crazy, like all of them were killers.
And they basically would have, they would have to just kill each other.
Yeah, or something like that's what I was expecting
I thought it was gonna
based
go
on the
like
reviews.
I thought it was gonna be like in a way of like the movie Face Off, where they were just gonna like just kill each other. If you know what I mean, because you remember a quote from Face Off, John Travolta's like, "Plan B, let's just kill each other."
It's
So
been a long time
basically,
since I've seen that movie too.
and I'm just saying, like when I thought of that quote, I was like, if all of them were the killers, I was gonna think of that quote and be like, they should just kill each other.
No, so in the trailer, I forget who said it, or even who said it in the movie. They were like, no, it wasn't the trailer. It was like in an interview. Someone was like, "Oh, all of the new cast is related to a legacy character, but not all of them were, right?"
One of them was, at least, or at least no, two of them were.
A lot of them were, but well, I don't know by what they mean by related, because Amber wasn't related to anyone. She's just living in the stew house, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but we know that, but then we realize that Sam and Tara are related to Billy.
But that's what I'm saying. Someone in the little interviews, you know, the featurette that they came out with, someone was
Yeah,
like, each new cast member is related. So that was just an exaggeration. Like, I want to say
Probably,
it
yeah.
was Melissa Barrera saying that. I'm not sure though.
I don't know. I think it was. I think it was her.
And then another thing that I was thinking in one of the TV spots, there's a quote, and it's like, "Oh, the killer's been one step ahead this whole time," and they never said that in the movie. And at what point could they have been taught? Like, what point could that have been in the movie? Like, I didn't feel like there was a point
There
where.
was there was like no build up for it. That's the problem. There was no build up for it.
But I'm saying, where in the script would it even have been?
I have no idea. Like, I'll be
Mm,
honest with you, I have no
Maybe
idea.
after West's death, I don't know, but maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of this too, I'll give them credit. Like, the marketing is part of the movie for this, kind of, right? Like, it adds,
Yeah,
because the scene with Vince when he like gets up from the car and you see Ghostface behind him, that never happened. But because that's what you were expecting, it was more surprising when that moment came in the
yeah.
movie.
But they kind of show that scene in the trailer, and it's like, Ghostface appears right behind him, and you're like, they don't play like they don't play um you know that little, like those little scores like for a jump scare. They don't play that. Like it's just like, oh crap, he's right behind you.
But it was that shot too, that specific shot that wasn't in it
Yeah,
that I was expecting.
I was expecting that too. Like if they did that without the score behind it, I would have. Like, I'm not joking. I would have been like, in that theater, I would have been like, good on you guys for not giving us a false jump scare. Thank you. Jeez. Again, that part where it starts to just like where the score just like keeps going in and out when Wes is getting the stuff for the sushi prepared.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. That was kind of like,
that was
you
annoying.
like that? Yeah, exactly. I didn't like
I
that
almost
part.
wanted to just literally I almost literally wanted to say, like literally say this like with like a crowd of like, I don't know, say like um I don't know, say like 12 other people that I was in the theater with, besides my parents. I wanted to say, thanks directors for wasting our time. Like I was just gonna say that as a joke, or actually I should say this. Thanks sound guys for wasting our time. I should say that because it's their fault for kind of just doing that on purpose.
Yeah, once was enough.
You could have just done once and then just be like, oh, Wes is dead.
I feel like, yeah, no, I also feel like it's because they wanted to give Wes a little bit more screen time because he's in the movie for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, thank you for giving us a little bit of time, but still, you should have just after one part of that, you could have just killed him. But
Yeah, I
I'm
think
glad
it
they at
worked though.
least.
It made me feel for Wes. I don't know why, but I felt for his death.
I thought he was gonna be one of the killers.
I
I
think that was the first red herring was him. That was
Yeah,
my
but
first
my friends
prediction. I
were.
thought it was gonna be Wes and Amber,
I was like,
not
how is
even
Wes gonna
considering the
be?
leaks.
How is Wes gonna be dead in real life, and you guys are gonna kill him in the movie? But then I realized they did it so they can do the tribute.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
was thinking like a lot. One of my friend, like because like when they saw the poster with Dylan Minette's blonde hair, um, before the trailer even dropped, they thought that it was going to be him that basically was going to die first, like like to be like the opening scene, like what happened with Drew Barrymore in the first one. But
Hmm.
Oh, I see, I see.
and I was like, then I watched the trailer, and I was like, you fool.
But also because they had him dressed up as Stu in that sweater.
Yeah, that makes it a lot more sense. Like someone's gonna be like, "Hey, you're dressed in Stu's sweater. I'm gonna kill you." In some way, you know.
Do you think they told Amber to kind of act like Stu a little bit?
I felt like that actually. Like, even like the scene like when it's revealed that both Richie and Amber are the killers. I felt like they were acting a lot like Billy and Stu.
And then
And
how she was like spitting all over Gail at one point, right? When she was like yelling at her, she almost was
yeah,
choking her.
yeah, and then when literally Gail said "F you" and then shot her, I was like, you got what you had coming to you. Like
Wait,
seriously,
so wait,
like
seriously, what?
like I honestly, like um, I'm actually glad that they turned the oven on before they actually before they shot her, because it honestly I don't know why, but it just honestly made it more fun to watch like a death scene in a horror movie.
That's another thing that I was gonna say that I don't buy. It wasn't them turning it on. It was when Amber fell back on the oven, she had like accidentally turned it on. I
Yeah, that
thought
was.
Oh
I didn't like that. I was like,
exactly.
yeah,
how did they predict that? They knew she was gonna do that, or that was my only problem with that. Was,
well it's because like they were like she was close to it, like
hmm
she was very
But
close
it
to
was
it,
off.
and
But
I
that's
think
why.
that's like a safety precaution they build into ovens, right? Like you can't just fall
yeah,
on it and turn it on.
yeah, but then
Uh,
all of a sudden the directors make it like such like a random thing where it's like, hey, you get shot, you turn it on, you're dead. Like I don't know what it is though. That just doesn't make any sense.
I was expecting the whole house to burn down. Like,
If it did though, honestly, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. That would have been a pretty satisfying ending.
that would have been just Halloween 2018, though.
oh, that's what happened in Halloween.
No, I would.
Yeah.
No, it kind of feels like to me, honestly, like when the okay, I'm not going to spoil it because I feel like this is a huge spoiler for a movie because that you guys
For
have never even
Scream?
seen.
Oh, for
No,
which?
I have this behind me. Um, yeah, it's this one, Straw Dogs. I know you guys have never even seen this movie.
I think I have seen it.
No,
Like the
I
scene,
have
like
not.
where the shed, if you can see on the cover, like where the shed is burning
It
down.
has the dude from True Blood in it, right? You watch
Um,
True Blood?
who
I forget his
specifically?
name. I forget his
Um,
name. One of the blonde guys.
it wasn't Alexander Skarsgård, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it was. He's in True Blood. Yeah, so I've seen that movie. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
sure.
he's right here.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah, Alexander Skarsgård, Kate Bosworth, James Marsden. There you go.
I see. I see.
But yeah,
Spoil it. I don't know. I don't know how Ernie feels. I've seen that movie. Is it
I've
okay if
seen
he
I
it.
spoils
have.
it?
No, I don't.
it
I'm probably not gonna see it.
it's actually uploaded on YouTube if you want to watch it. Somebody actually uploaded the full movie to YouTube. Both
You can
versions
spoil it
actually.
though.
Both.
Spoilers don't affect my how I
Yeah,
view
just say
the
what you were gonna say.
movie.
What were
Like
you
like
bringing up?
it was the scene like where like basically James Marsden walks out and and basically the shed's burning down, and I'm like, if basically they walked out and if basically the survivors walked out while the house was burning down, I would have been like, that's just satisfying. Like that's like the most one of the most satisfying endings ever to a horror movie. Just watching that house burn down with the killers in it.
Yeah, that would
Like
be
Maybe
nice.
honestly,
that's why they decided not to do it because it's already been done so many times.
yeah, I don't blame you, but I kind of wish it happened though. That would have been like a good opportunity. But I don't know.
I don't know. I really liked Amber in this. I want to see what else she's done. I saw some clips of other movies she's been in, like once.
She actually got set on fire in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She played
Yeah, I
Oh,
started
that's
looking up clips
yeah.
of that.
I didn't notice that,
That's
but that was one of the best scenes in Once Upon a Time on. That was really
oh
good.
yeah. I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't. It's not my favorite of Tarantino's, but it's up there. Honestly, I
Mine
don't.
is Reservoir Dogs, without question, for Quentin
Oh,
Tarantino.
mine's down here. Boom, baby. This is mine.
Oh, and Glory, that's a good one too.
Yep. I I love this movie. You guys can't. Can you guys tell how much I love this movie? Can you tell as of right now? I'm just messing with you guys. No worries.
All right, guys. Actually, man, my phone's on 1%. I'm gonna have to get there, guys. I'm sorry.
I got you. I
Sounds
got
good.
you.
I'm gonna have to call it.
Well, thanks for stopping by. Tell everyone where
Thanks,
they
man.
can find you.
All right, so I have my YouTube channel. I changed it a couple of times, but official channel is the Ernie Burt Show. My YouTube channel. I have my Scream non-spoiler review, a couple of like shorts and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All
Thank you, guys.
right. See
Thank
you
you.
later,
Hey,
Thank you.
Ernie.
nice meeting you, Luke.
Thank you. Nice meeting you too.
All right, take care, guys.
See ya.
See it. All right. So I remember something I was gonna say earlier too, though.
What do you got?
I find it about like unbelievable things in the movie, and I feel like Scream 5 so far has the most unbelievable things in the movie. But
Oh yeah.
the scene with Vince, he's walking up to the car, and you can hear the accelerator or whatever. You can hear the car revving up, right?
Yeah.
How could the killer have gotten out without us hearing a car door? Without him seeing, obviously the headlights are in our eyes, but in his eyes, like there's no way you could miss someone revving up the engine and then leaving the car.
Yeah. I don't know. Like he sees the car lights turn on. Like he goes up to the car to get the keys out so that way the car turns off, and then boom, Ghostface is right behind you. You're dead.
That's what I'm saying. That's unbelievable, right? Like
Yeah. Like you could have just done it like you did in the trailer. That would have honestly made a lot more sense.
I just no. I mean, as far as there's no, but when would Ghostface have gotten out of the car? That's all
I
I'm
don't,
saying.
like how did he get out of the car? Like how did he get in and out of the car though? That's my question.
I could see in making more sense. He was drunk. He left his keys. He thought he was gonna come back, so someone just grabbed him real quick. I'll believe
Like
that.
like like I think he grabbed them like they thought they like it was his keys like it's in some way.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like like you said like he was so drunk like he grabbed some keys like they thought it was his because he's so drunk. He goes out to the car and starts the car, and then somehow the guy's actual car is out there, and Vince goes out to basically turn it off, like when the headlights just flash on when he gets out there. Like I feel like in a way like it feels like the guy who was being Ghostface like just grabbed the keys like he was so drunk and then just like goes and starts out the car.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't know. I had a problem with that one. So you liked every scene. You didn't think there was a problem with any scene in the movie.
Like, I didn't really feel like there was any problems. Like the only thing I really, besides the score getting overbearing at times, I felt the first act dragged. honestly. I felt like it dragged a little bit, honestly. Like I was like, okay, can we move on, please?
No, I thought it was good. I thought it was because I don't know. Maybe it's just because I thought it was genius how they did it. Like the first one, if you look back on it, that's kind of a long scene. I feel like that was a longer scene than this one.
And no, I'm not talking about the opening scene. I'm talking about like everything that occurs in the first act after the opening scene.
Oh, I see. I see.
And I'm like, okay, can you pick up the pace here a little bit, please? I because even at one
First,
point during the movie, I literally had to go to the bathroom. Like I was like, I mean, I was still enjoying the movie so far. It's just the first act was dragging for me, and I was like, okay,
wait, you've only seen it once,
yeah, that was
and the
the
one
that might be
time you saw it, you had to go to the bath. So you haven't even seen the full movie.
no, I. That means I've seen the full movie, but it's just like it was for a scene like when they were still like about to they were just like going to go to the hospital or something like that after Tara was attacked.
I see. I
Or,
see.
so I didn't really miss anything like important to the movie.
You might have missed an Easter egg, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't miss an Easter egg. I just didn't miss anything important though. That's the thing. You can't miss the
Easter
important
eggs are
parts.
important.
No, I mean like when they start like having these like conversations where it's like if it's a sequel and they're starting to have conversations that tie back into the first movie or anything else that proceeded before it. Like that's something that would be important.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people said that like you didn't need to see. People said you only needed to see the first and the fourth movie, but I was like, I saw a lot of stuff from 2 and 3 in here also.
Yeah,
If you really
and
want to appreciate it, like on its fullest, on a full level, I don't know. You know what I mean?
yeah, I almost wanted to go see it again with another friend since I saw it with my parents. But my friend that I asked if he wanted to go see it, he had never seen a Scream movie before.
It'd be interesting to see his take on it.
Yeah, seriously, he's not seen any of them. He hasn't even seen the first one.
Yeah, I made my friend watch the first one, and I was like, "How have you gone 25 years without seeing these?"
That's why, honestly, like just thinking about that, so he doesn't get like so confused while watching the movie, like like those reflections where you see Billy,
Yeah.
like that's where I really think he might get confused. So that's the reason why I was like, okay, then you just want to go see No Way Home again, have a little more fun. And he was like, I'm not opposed to seeing Scream. It's just I haven't seen the others, so I don't know how it's gonna tie it, how it's gonna work well with this one. But
See, I will say
and he's
like
like,
it
I'm not
was a
opposed to
lot.
seeing Scream. It's
It
just
was a lot of like backstory, but I like how they kind of made it similar to Sydney's story because
yeah,
now Sam has a half sister, just like Sydney had a half brother, and the I don't know, the parent was murdered. Do you ever think they're gonna get into a more like Maureen Prescott? You think Maureen Prescott is done, or do you think they're gonna go back to that ever? That's what I really want to see.
they might go back into it, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
Because back when the trailers first came out, everyone was thinking, "Oh, we're gonna see Maureen's death," and I thought that would have been like an awesome storyline.
Yeah, but that didn't end up happening.
And then, do you remember them saying like there's gonna be a bunch of different masks in this movie, or like?
No, I don't remember them ever saying that because the ghost face mask pretty much just always looks the same.
But then there was the one metal one, and then someone was like, "Oh, there's gonna be a bunch of different masks," or maybe that's just another thing they were trying to do to throw us off.
I think they were trying to tease us to thinking that it was going to be Ghostface, but the mask kind of just makes it is metal, so it basically makes us think like it's like Uber Ghostface,
All right,
calling
so
back to like Uber Jason,
I see, I see. But tell me why they made such a big deal about the little red light, right? Or when Ghostface pushes the button to talk, right?
I,
They made such a big deal about the red light, but then when Dewey is killed, Ghostface talks and there's no red light that's on.
Yeah, that was that scene threw me off just a little bit, and I was like, how did Ghostface talk without that um that box that was attached to his neck?
Yeah, just like 2 minutes ago, you needed
And
it to
also, here's
talk.
my question: how in the actual hell did he get a voice box attached to his neck?
You
How did
like
that
glue
happen?
it. You could glue it on. I don't know. All you need is like a glue gun. What do you mean?
I know, but still, I don't even know how in the crap he even got that thing.
And he's talked without it before in the Ghostface voice.
Yeah, but now it's just like hinted to that where it's just like, oh, he has a voice box now. That just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he's never needed it before, so why all of a sudden now?
I don't. I don't know.
See what I mean? So like the more like I said, I've seen it 3 times. So I mean, obviously I like it enough to go see it 3 times, but if you see it that many times, you start nitpicking like the little things. But with the
Yeah,
first
and
three, you could watch them and there's nothing like to there's really nothing like that you could say.
yeah, but that's honestly kind of why I don't usually go see movies in theaters like more than once because sometimes I just feel like it's a little that kind of takes away from my first viewing of like how much I enjoyed it. Like say I was gonna like say like think about this. Like if I was gonna go see The Kingsman again, I probably would have my thoughts probably would have gone down for my first viewing.
I see, I see.
But um but like let's see. But when I got one of the movies behind me on 4K, if you can't tell, but if you don't know what it
Old,
is, yeah, when I
old
got old,
M Night
I
Shyamalan.
yeah,
I saw it. Yeah.
a lot of my friends hate it, but I'm like, you guys are too harsh on it. This movie's actually pretty good.
No, you know that in that movie, the last scene where eventually the kids are like, I mean, they're adults or whatever, but they're like, "You want to make a sandcastle?" And they just go make a sandcastle. I feel like that was the real ending of the movie, but then it was like, oh no, M Night Shyamalan was like, I know they want a twist, so let me add this last 10 minutes into it.
Because obviously M Night Shyamalan movies need a twist,
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
and and honestly, I almost thought that like because you see those plants in the lab, um, I almost thought they were like gonna make one small Easter egg to the happening at one point because
I don't remember that happening.
because like the twist is basically the trees that are basically causing all these deaths to happen. Um, I thought if one of the guys in the lab said our last experiment with the plants didn't really work, it would have tied in like at least one small Easter egg to the happening.
Oh, I see, I see.
But I don't know. But Old is a very polarizing movie, honestly. A lot of people either love it or absolutely despise the movie. I'm one of those people that I'm in the middle on it, honestly.
Yeah, like it was pretty good. It's a lot better than some of his other movies, I would say.
It's freaking better than The Last Airbender, that's for sure.
But
Talk about
that's a
talk about hot garbage.
yeah. Oh, I appreciated the movie. I guess it seemed like an M Night Shyamalan movie, but I never watched the anime to know the difference.
If you like watch the show and you'll be like, yeah, this movie sucks.
Oh, okay. Did you ever
I'm
watch the Scream TV show?
I never watched the MTV show, but like I've heard a lot. I've heard good things about the TV show, but I've just never gotten around to watching it.
I tried to watch it. I wasn't. I got it. I got through a season and a half, and I was over it. I was mad that they never got to the real Ghostface mask, but then I heard in season 3 that they do use it. But I'm like, you're too late.
Yeah,
And after
that's
knowing that it
just
has nothing to do with the movies, I'm like, yeah, I'm really good on that.
yeah. You're like, I'll pass.
I feel like they made the one girl in the show, like the girl with the short hair. I feel like they cast her to because people to kind of be like Kirby. They were like, oh, I like.
Oh,
So they were
yep.
like, let's get another short hair girl. Like that's all it was.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely can see that for sure. And honestly, like, um, if you lose like interest like, within like a season and a half of a show, I mean, that's fine. I mean, all art is subjective. Like, just think about that. Like, even though I'm still wanting to continue my binge of Better Call Saul since I've only gotten into the first episode of season 2, I just haven't been able to finish it yet because it's just I haven't had I just haven't had the urge or time to finish it.
Oh, okay.
There's because there's other movies I want to watch, you know.
That's what I'm
Besides just
saying. So it must not be that good, right? I don't
no,
know.
it's a phenomenal show so far. I love Better Call Saul.
Oh, okay.
And the only reason why I wanted to watch it was because I saw the movie Nobody with Bob Odenkirk. So I was like, I want to see how he got this role. If I'm going to be honest, like, but obviously there's not like badass action scenes in the show. But like, obvious, but I can definitely see why they wanted to make get Bob Odenkirk back on Stardom with Nobody, if you know what I mean.
Is that different
But
from Mr. Nobody? Isn't Mr. Nobody something too? Or is that
Mr. Nobody,
different?
that's a Fast and Furious. It's a little Fast and Furious thing. That was Kurt Russell's character in Fast and Furious.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I was talking about the action movie that some people will call a John Wick ripoff. Nobody, and I was like, it may feel like a John Wick blueprint, but it has like its own spin to it.
I haven't seen John Wick either, so there's a lot of movies I haven't seen.
Oh, bro, you have not seen John Wick?
Nah.
Dude, honestly, if some of my friends were watching this stream right now, they'd be like, they would just be sending those they would just be sending those like angry emojis, being like, "How come you never seen John Wick?"
Yeah, I don't know. So no, there's a bunch of movies that's like those movies that everyone has seen that I haven't seen.
Like, give me one and see how shocked I'll be.
American Psycho was one of them.
Okay, I'm not like super shocked because I know some people have never seen it.
Oh, I've never seen like Scarface.
Still not really.
What's another one I've never seen? I don't know. I never watched Star Wars.
Dude, if you said The Shawshank Redemption, I would be so mad at you.
I've never seen that one either. I think I've seen parts of it on TV.
Okay, as long as
Does
you've
that
seen
count?
some of. Okay, I'll okay, that's fine. But if you really want to watch it, dude, get this. Get this 4K of The Shawshank Redemption.
Is it like extended or something or what?
No, it's just it's a better transfer than what we've gotten. Like, it is a beautiful 4K transfer.
I see.
You like I think your best option, get the 4K and then just watch the movie fully for the first time.
All right. That knowing the ending doesn't ruin the movie.
No, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to spoil The Shawshank Redemption.
No, I know the ending though. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, you know
Well,
it.
I know a part. I know a part of
Oh,
the ending. I guess.
I don't think that. I didn't really. I kind of knew the ending a little bit, but when I watched it, but because of like the just the iconic shots, so I was like, "Am I still gonna love this movie?" And watching it, I did, and I actually watched it for the first time back in 2020. That was my very
Oh,
first time
okay.
ever watching The Shawshank Redemption. So,
I see. I see.
but yeah,
All right.
for sure.
Well, anyway, let's get back to Scream though. What are your
Okay.
predictions for the next Scream?
One thing I'm kind of hoping is they kind of stick to the roots of like what they did with this movie, because I think them kind of harkening back a little bit, like with the first movie in this one. I thought they did that pretty well.
I think I mean, obviously they did do it well, but I think they kind of overplayed that aspect because it's like they did that in 4 too.
Yeah, but I kind of want to see them. But in this next one, I kind of want to see them harken back a little bit to 3, like you said before. I kind of want to see them,
Yeah.
like harken back a little bit to 3.
Only if there was a killer, if there was a ghost face in this one that wasn't caught. That would blow my mind if it was like someone
Yeah,
related. If maybe the next story is about Judy, and then it's like I'm the one that killed Judy or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be amazing.
yeah, for sure.
But who? So do you think Kirby is coming back? Do you think Stu's coming back for the next one?
Not quite sure, but we'll have to see when they start like kind of putting out information like about the movie, like start leaking stuff. But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. Like hopefully it's like nothing like heavy spoilers when they start
Because
leaking it.
also there was a lot of leaks about Sydney's with Mark now, the detective from 3, and like they kind of mention him once or twice in the movie, and that's it.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, is this going anywhere?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they're saving it for the next movie where he's gonna come back.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll have to find out when if they make another one though. That's the thing. That's the thing.
No,
I'm
they
questioning
said
is if
they definitely are gonna make. How could they not make another one?
yeah, that makes more sense.
And then also, I thought about it too. It's like I wonder if in the opening scene when Ghostface was saying like, "Oh, she's in all of them except the last one," right?
Yeah,
I wonder if not only were they talking about Stab, but if they were talking about the movies that they were going to continue to do. I feel like they might kill off because I feel like they talked about making a trilogy, so there's going to be at least 2 more, at least that they're hoping to do. So I feel like the next one they're going to kill Gale and Sydney, and then the next one after that they're not going to be in it, and it'll be like, oh, they said it in the first one.
yeah. Like it's gonna harken like if they make like another like with 7, they would harken back to this movie a little bit actually, like to know what happened. If you know what I mean.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Also, like the Stu needs to be in a hallucination next next one. Like, how can they just leave him out?
That'd be another thing they should add to the next one. But
But
we'll see what happens.
exactly. But yeah, I don't know. What else? What are your final thoughts?
Final thoughts about Scream 5. I just
1 out of 10. What
I
would you give it? I didn't even ask that earlier. 1 out of 10.
I said this in my letterbox review. I gave this film a 9.4 out of 10.
9.4.
Yeah, like and in my grading scale, it's an A minus. Like if I give it a 9.5 to a 9.7, it's an A. But if I give it a 9.8 to 9.9 to a 10, it's a perfect A plus.
I got you.
But it's an A minus for me right now. Maybe on subsequent rewatches, my score might get higher. But
I thought you
we'll
were
see.
worried about it going down if you rewatch it.
No, I'm saying if I watch it again in theaters is what I mean.
Oh, I see.
Because when I rewatched Old, when I bought it, my thoughts didn't go down. They were still the same.
I see.
So
I don't know. I gave it an 8.5, and that's after watching it and lowering it. It was higher the first time, but the more I thought about it, and I was like, the more that I see this has the most inconsistencies in the movie, I was like, all right, I need to bring it down a little bit.
yeah, but I just felt like they were just just kind of just throwing it in at this point with inconsistencies just on purpose.
Why would they do that on purpose? What do you mean? Like,
I don't know, but I don't know what it is. But you know what? Scream 5 is just it's the only film it's like the only film I've seen in theaters so far this year anyway, because I didn't see the 355 because that movie looked like hot garbage.
what's the 355?
Oh, that's a new action flick with like that's directed by the guy that made Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even heard of that. Yeah, I haven't
There's-
even actually been to the movies, but I saw Spider-Man twice, and I was like, I gotta see Scream 3 times. I can't, I can't see Spider-Man more than I've seen Scream, or even as much as. But I'm
Yeah.
glad we got that number one. We dethroned Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I don't know. But January, I think honestly for January movies, I think this is actually one of the best ones that we've gotten.
True.
Like, because usually January just gives us garbage. But honestly, I think this is actually one of the better ones that we've gotten in January.
I guess I don't pay attention that much to like when movies come out. I don't know. A lot of movies, like I don't see a lot of movies in theaters. I had to really want to see a movie to see it in theaters. So this was a big deal to see it.
Yeah, there were other movies I needed to think about seeing in theaters. I try to go to movie theaters more often now. So
I mean, with that 4DX, yeah, I'm trying to go. Like that definitely convinced me to go out to the theater.
is it going to convince you to go see the Batman?
I'm not big on Batman. I haven't even. Oh, that's another one. I haven't seen Batman Begins or Dark Knight. None of them.
Oh, okay.
See, there's a bunch of movies I haven't seen.
It's all right, man. I mean, as one of my buddies said, so many movies, so little time.
I'm not big on comic books. I just used to watch Spider-Man on like Fox Kids back in the day. That's why I really like Spider-Man. And
okay.
also because I wanted to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in them. I didn't see the other. I watched Homecoming, like the first one. Yeah, Homecoming, because I was like interested in it. I didn't want to see the second one, and then this one, I was like, I gotta see this one.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm about to end it here though because we are like drifting off into other topics. But which is cool. But this is a Scream video. I don't want everyone to get mad at me, but I do want to know what everyone thinks in the comments. So let me know if you agree with us on our opinions. Did we get something wrong? And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And where can they find you if you want them to follow you?
So you guys can find me on YouTube. It's just the name that I have inserted here, Luke Ponto. You guys can also find me on Instagram at the Luke Ponto 3, where I will post some thumbnails for my movie reviews. I also can post a lot of my letterbox ratings on my story, and also go add me on Snapchat at DJLuke2049, and also go follow me on Letterboxd as well if you guys want to see some really nice reviews. So yeah, that's where you guys can find me. And once again, go subscribe to my channel. I'm getting close to the 200 subscriber mark. So yeah, and thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you for having me on, man.
No problem. And yeah, I definitely subscribe to you. And wait, do you use StreamYard too?
Yes, I do actually.
You have guests on your review shows? Like you need to let me know when you're doing another one.
Yeah, I definitely have guests on my streams, but I have to plan it out first.
Oh, okay.
So
well, I'm free whenever. Let me know.
All right, sounds good, dude.
Yep. All right. See you guys.